Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have once again people going crazy. It always happens all around here in the holidays, where we're now seeing a man accused now of stealing a PlayStation 5, now in an armed robbery, now during a meetup itself outside of League City. Now, we're kind of seeing a little bit more and more of these kind of popping up as of recent, and I've said this maybe like a month ago or so. Typically around the holidays, this is where people get a little bit more desperate, and I think this was also a Scalper too as well, who was involved in all this kind of crazy commingling. So I'm just letting you guys know that, number one, people do get a little bit more feisty when it gets cold, when it's around the holidays and people are worried about making rent or making sure their kids can have a nice Christmas or, get Christmas presents. Now, sometimes also people are just like, hey, I would kind of see people are buying stuff, selling stuff. They're still interested in scalping, which at the same time, PlayStation 5 and Xbox scalping still is very relevant and it still is sadly still ongoing. So I just want to give you guys, before we dive in the story, number one, please be careful. I know a lot of you guys are probably more so buying on retail or have been waiting for retail or are subscribed to my channel because our main purpose for like 2 years was to get you guys consoles on retail. Now we just kind of do gaming news too and also restocks. So make sure you guys are subscribed, and also our PS5 giveaway and $500 giveaway going up. So make sure you guys hit those Twitch and Twitters. But when it comes to this stuff, just please be careful. Like, if you guys ever have to do this, make sure you guys are doing it like at a bank or a police station, have some lights, and definitely don't be trusting random sketchy people, because at the end of the day, it's not a fun time to be around. So let's go talk about the fact that it seems like people are just kind of going crazy, and it's just not good. Please be safe. So as I mentioned, now when people are trying out here trying their best to go and steal consoles or trying to go get some stuff, etc., basically if you're trying to sell a console, you're kind of a walking prime target of something that's worth like $600, $700, and it's also very easy to resell. Now some people who would steal like a TV or jewelry, that's a little bit harder and a little bit more niche, but if you steal a PlayStation, you could probably go up to a grocery store and be like, hey, I have $400, it all works, give me some cash. I'm sure after you spend 20 minutes, you probably have to find someone who'd be down to do it. But now we're actually over here where a man accused of stealing a PlayStation 5, an armed robbery during meetup outside League City PD station over here. So in League City, Texas. So meeting up outside a police station too, which is funny because I was telling you guys to be careful on that one, but that also did not even stop two men from threatening a 19-year-old with a gun and then stealing a PlayStation 5 on Tuesday, according to police. Now, once again, even though I kind of give you guys two stuff outside with the police, make sure maybe a cop is there, make sure there's cameras, so if anything weird and sketchy happens, you could avoid it. Obviously, don't show any product first and foremost. I don't want to give people reselling advice, but it kind of goes for everything. Just make sure you're careful. I'm not a big fan of scalpers, but this, I don't want anyone dead, at the end of the day. So League City Police arrested a 23-year-old Brian Christian Chenard. He's charged with aggravated robbery and is being held on a $40,000 bond. The video above is basically up for NBC for just reporting on the news. So the investigators said that the 19-year-old victim was, in all honesty, technically a PlayStation 5 scalper. We don't know if it's a bot, but they're definitely scalping if they're trying to go and sell a PlayStation 5 on the website OfferUp. Sherwood reportedly reached out to buy the gaming system and then offered to go meet at a McDonald's. Now, that's kind of normal-ish. There's people at McDonald's. I don't think employees are probably going to go and stop grilling and chilling to go and help someone out here who's involved in all this type of stuff. It's just never good. At the end of the day, it's never a good vibe. But at least it is a public spot. You don't want to be meet me in some random weird alleyway, whatever. But basically, he was trying to be chill, saying meet me at McDonald's. Maybe he should have, because maybe McDonald's would have maybe someone would have protected him. But instead, the victim suggested they meet at the League City Police Department, and Sherwood agreed, police said. So at the end of the day, they just end up over here at a police station. Could have been a McDonald's, could have maybe been good, could have maybe been bad. I'm not sure if the situation would have been way more different on that. And at the end of the day, if you're going to rob someone, the robbie is going to rob you either way. And that's maybe why, I don't know, maybe it's sketchy. So basically, when the 19-year-old arrived at the police station for the exchange, he parked next to a patrol unit with an officer inside. And this is where I'm trying my best to be make sure you follow the advice of being safe. But I really do think the better advice is just don't deal with resellers. Just not, especially for consoles or tech. You never know if a PlayStation's stolen. You never know if someone's going to try to rob you. And with how many consoles nowadays are available on retail, is it really that much of a big deal if you go and take a little chill, just wait a week or so? Maybe for the holidays, it might be harder too for your kids, but still. Then when the 19-year-old like basically arrived, he parked next to a patrol unit, as we mentioned, and then the suspect arrived in a black Nissan and then circled the lot before parking. And meanwhile, the patrol unit parked to the victim left, police said, which that's probably one of the most unfortunate timing ever. If I was that cop, I'd probably feel bad. If I was the victim, I'd probably be like, no, just knowing my luck, I tried to scheme this to make sure it was nice and safe. So then the Nissan eventually parked, and then the victim with the PS5 and the suspect both got out. So obviously I'd be like, hey, what's up? Hey, you, John. Yeah, I am. What's up with you? Hey, you got the consoles, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then police said that's when Sherrard took the PS5 and told the victim he would cash app him the money. But instead, police said Sherrard quickly got back into the Nissan. The victim told officers there was a passenger in the car pointing a gun at him. So literally this scalper, I mean, in theory it is a scalper. I mean, he's obviously a kid. He's only 19. So I don't want to give him like too much of a flack. Obviously, you guys know these past 2 years I've despised scalpers. I don't like botters. I don't like this weird reselling agency going on. I'm just not the biggest fan of any of this stuff. I'm sure you guys would understandably why. Anyone who had to wait for years to get their console, or anyone who had to deal with bots, or at 7 in the morning someone stealing stock from Target, and then you had to go stay up all night just to see if you get stock. Yeah, that's annoying. But I don't want like anything bad happening. I don't want like, anyone getting hurt or dying or anything like that. I don't want that to happen. I want nice, chill, easy vibes. I want everyone to get their consoles by strolling into Walmart or Target or Best Buy or just ordering it for 2-day shipping on Amazon. That's what I want at the end of the day. Sadly, that doesn't happen. Like, I mean, it's a little karma for being a scalper, but like, you guys know the level. There's a level of karma where it's like, okay, like if he had his console stolen at the end of the day, that would suck. I don't really want someone to have their stuff stolen, but it'd be like, all right, but go a little bit more and threatening and stuff like that. I think it crosses the line. I hope you guys would agree. So basically with this, as they got out, he said he was going to go cash up the money. And obviously he probably like had his phone, had the console in hand and said, yeah, bro, I'll hook you up. Yeah, man, give me your cash tag or whatever people use. Give me your PayPal, give me your whatever. And then obviously I'm sure the guy was like, yeah, hit me up right now. And then it's probably one of those really awkward things where the 9-year-old's like, oh no, like within like 10 seconds, the guy is like, yeah, I'll hook you up. And then just walks, has the console in hand, walks to the car, sees the other guy, and they're probably sitting here like, bro, I want no trouble, just take it. And that's probably when their heart was sinking, because number one, you're out like $600. You're trying to resell, you're trying to get a profit. And then number two, you gotta like potentially, like that's a scary situation to be in. And his console kind of a very, very, I guess, courageous. I don't think courageous is a good word for it. A very strange timing to do that in a police station where in theory they probably, like for a lot of these police places, they'll have like 24/7 recording. They'll have specific lights for people to do exchanges. At least my own local police station does. So like, if someone has to do these sales and like facilitate these trades, that there's like a camera. So like they know what's going on. So I'm going to hope this actually happened for this case too as well. So basically, yeah, he said for this one, then they just basically drove off, and then the victim started hailing for help. And then Sherrard was arrested on Wednesday. The police have yet to identify or arrest the passenger accused of pointing the gun, which is kind of funny because I feel like that's like stealing a console. That's bad. You don't do that. You don't want to steal from someone. That's $600. Awful, especially if they're 19. I think the guy with the guns, like that's the guy I'm worried about, whether he's in on it or not. Like that's the dude where he like ramped it up. Like you go and you're at a store and someone's insulting you. Yeah, I mean that's not, no one likes that. No one wants to be like, oh hey, you're a loser or whatever. No one wants to hear that. But if you're at a store and someone punches you, there's like the levels, there's like the levels, and I feel like this is like the next level at the end of the day. So just to wind down. This was a scalper who apparently got robbed, and people are getting arrested, but the other guy is still free. You don't know what's going on. So obviously, please be careful. Number one, if you're a scalper, I know you're kind of scummy for trying to make money and take advantage of the situations, but obviously I don't want you like getting hurt. So please be careful. To anyone else who's a normal person, if you're considering buying something else or considering buying like, a console, whatever, please just be careful. It might be still worthwhile just to wait for like, for Walmart, Amazon. There's like, we do the restocks all the time. Just watch one of the videos and you'll probably get stock soon. And a lot of these places have had stock on sale for quite some time already. So like, don't worry about this. Don't be trying to go on Facebook or eBay. You might get scammed. You might get yelled at, or even worse. I mean, granted, this is a scalper still, but just be careful. Like, especially with the holidays. I know you guys may want to get stuff for your kids for Christmas or whatever, but please be careful at the end of the day. So that's about it for me. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or $500 giveaway. You have the Twitter and Twitch room down below for bonus giveaway entries, Target links, Amazon links too as well. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place. You guys are all beautiful.